What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and yes, we are back for another Euro 2020 review. Is a special guest? Or are we back again?
Back again.
Back again? I don't know.
Back again, mate.
Back again, yeah.
Back
after
again.
he finally got that payment come in, that crypto. Remember that crypto that he went down? He's finally got paid. No, we got Kev back joining us for this one, and Seba, like always, boys. How's the Euros been for you guys? I haven't got who's your prediction? Because we didn't get your prediction at the start.
Man, look, before the tournament, Before the tournament, it was either France or Belgium. I'm locking Italy.
Yeah, and we had France. I think
I had France with Italy,
and even that's questionable now too. So yeah, but look, guys, the last time we left off, we were at the Group F, and we didn't really touch on that first couple of games. But look, it was Hungary 0, Portugal 3. Portugal left it late. With Ronaldo getting, was it a double? Was it Ronaldo get a double in that game?
Penalty in the Gulf from Open Play.
Yeah, that's right. And then also France beating Germany that 1-0 with that Matt Hummel's own goal. But then we'll go straight into that last fixture that they played. We thought, here we go, France. It's surely now to qualify. Easy win against Hungary. It's definitely on paper.
On paper.
And they fumbled it. Boys won. It was 1-0 for a little bit. You can see the excitement on the Hungarian's face of that reporter. Did we see that reporter?
Oh, she copped it. Yeah.
It's like she didn't know what was going on. But that's probably the biggest shock so far. Would you say? One of, I guess, hasn't been any big shocks.
It's definitely up there. It's definitely up there. But I think what got them across the line was the crowd.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
The crowd definitely helped. Packed stadium. It's been a while. They felt that energy and they felt the support, and I think maybe it got the best of France.
Yeah, I think it was 100% capacity as well. Like
Completely full.
It was really good to see, but also Finland over Denmark is probably one of the other upsets that I wouldn't have picked for the tournament.
Yeah.
But it was up there.
In terms of this group of death, Hungary definitely made it interesting.
Well,
I mean, I think everyone kind of read them off straight away.
We did at the start.
Yeah.
I don't. To be honest, if anyone put Hungary anywhere besides last in this group, or winning, or even getting a point, I mean, they probably let us know. So.
What about Turkey to win it?
Don't get me started with Turkey. Don't get me started yet. We'll get onto them.
I think one thing that sort of caught a lot of people off guard, and myself especially, is teams that are playing group games at home. That's, something that hasn't really happened in past Euros because it's always been one country hosting. But it just goes to show, man, like one of the world's best. France go to Hungary and they don't get the chocolate. So
they miss so many chances as well. Things that they'd put away every other day, but just wasn't working for them.
I think like if you look at the last maybe 6 meetings between the countries, I don't think France has won any of them.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it dates back to maybe before even our time. But still France haven't got the number on them, and it's happened again. Look, they got the goal. In my opinion, after I think they got a corner just before France scored, and it's like you left two players on Mbappe, and I think it was Griezmann or someone, I can't remember who it was. Griezmann might have been. And especially you got Mbappe there with two defenders. I mean, you don't give him a sniff, and you've misjudged the header. You've missed it.
Yeah.
And Mbappe is just going to take you on. And look, they got, maybe a little bit of luck that he fell to Griezmann in front of goal, and Griezmann definitely finished that one with ease. But
Mbappe was the standout for France, in my opinion, in that game. He was just so dangerous and dancing past defenders. He had 4 or 5 defenders around him and just getting through, causing problems. Just, again, couldn't hit the target.
Yeah.
But he was a lot of the good that they did was from him.
I don't know if anybody else caught it, but in the lead up when Mbappe, obviously the ball bounces and then he gets a shot at it, it actually comes off this part of his arm.
Really?
Yeah, so I don't know if anyone missed it or maybe I'm seeing things.
Was it the sleeve? How high was his sleeve?
Yeah,
I was trying to work out. I was like, are they going to go back and have a look? But they dismissed it, and Griezmann on the spot to bang it in.
But to be fair with the referees, I mean, this tournament, I think we spoke about it off camera,
No complaints.
I don't think one podcast or any other podcast on YouTube that I've been watching that hasn't been a VAR discussion or the refs. He goes this decision, that decision. Maybe a few, maybe with the one with the Croatia, and maybe there was a red card. I can't remember which game. in the last couple of days. It was a red card
it's a
given.
second yellow.
Second
Yeah,
yellow, yeah.
very soft with the
But
stamp.
But
Yeah.
if to argue over a referee decision, I think the referees have been spot on.
There's more controversy in 1 week of the Premier League than there has been this
This
entire
whole tournament.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So on that note, I don't know. Maybe they've.
Maybe they're doing it for the views.
Maybe.
Seriously.
Well, they can't be bothered.
Yeah.
They call it by eye. It looks offside. Give it offside. If it doesn't, no, play on.
I think all the officials have been spot on. Like even the turnaround time on the VAR is quick.
Yeah, quick.
Yeah.
It's you
Yep.
know, and maybe because they're a bit more straightforward, but you've seen in EPL, and we spoke about it. They take forever.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they get the rulers out. This one, mate, offside. Let's move on.
I don't think that we've seen a line yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
they just because they probably all snorted.
There was one last. There was one last night.
Oh, was there?
There was one.
Oh, they showed it.
They left two.
They left two behind.
I can't remember
Okay.
which game it was, but yeah, they did.
This is another podcast
Oh,
now.
it was the Macedonia game.
Oh, of course. And there you go. But look, touching on into the next game in that group, Portugal 2, Germany 4.
Man, I thought Portugal was going to get this one up to leading up to the game. I
And
thought,
it was a good start. It was
Yeah.
a good start. Good counter attacking play by Portugal.
Ronaldo, man, clears. I think he clears the ball out of his own box and then runs. I
He's-
think the whole length
The
of
whole
the field
field.
in 10
he's ridiculous,
seconds.
bro.
And
Who
then
was the assist?
Jota.
Jota, yeah.
Jota,
Jota
yeah.
with the assist.
Jota was
Good
poor the first game. Second game, he
was
even
there.
though they lost, he was a lot better.
And another one, Bruno, was nowhere to be seen. Nowhere to be seen in this game. He
Look, the
struggled.
German engineering, man. They stepped up, even though maybe Portugal gave him 2 goals. Ruben Diaz, one of them. Who was the other one?
The other one, oh.
Yeah,
It was the other centre back. It was
They
like
put
straight
him in
after.
positions where they were forced to make those kind of
Yeah.
moves.
Yeah, it was
right?
hard. Yeah,
The second one maybe a bit less like forced than Diaz's one, but not good too.
That's why I get behind the ball. You face forward, don't face
That's
your own
it.
goal, and that's why these things happen. And Havertz was on fire in this game, in my opinion. Maybe that confidence from the Champions League
Champions League, yeah.
came through.
Yeah, definitely did it for him, right? Because you weren't seeing it in the Premier League all
Nah.
year.
Now he's
But hey, his class is showing.
yeah, and it takes time in England, but he's a quality player, and Germany needed that win bad. Like it was their
Do or die
campaign.
kind
The
of.
campaign rested on this result. Obviously, they still got work to do. They got one more game against Hungary.
Hungry, yeah.
So
So
should
they,
win.
there you
Never
go.
know.
Look,
You never know.
well, exactly
four points.
right, exactly
4 points
right.
gets you through. If we look at the standings for that group at the moment, Group F. So we got with one game to play. To be honest, Germany and Portugal need 1 point. So they
Yeah.
need it. Who's France is playing
France has
France,
got
Portugal.
Portugal tomorrow.
a draw there. They go through because we've already I think 2 teams with the three points that finished on 3 points. 4 points gets you that third, at least a third place
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
qualification.
So right now, and in that bottom third place teams, there's Ukraine and Finland, but they've played all the games and they're on 3 points. So
And I think
Four gets you in.
Who's in Group A?
Switzerland's up there. Sorry, yeah, Switzerland's on 4 points. Portugal are there.
Oh, well, Switzerland are through then.
They will on goal difference purely because Ukraine and Finland are
3 points though.
are behind them, but in goal
and
difference,
done already.
But that isn't that game done yet?
they're done. But
Switzerland's finished.
so
Switzerland-
Switzerland will make it.
Yeah, because they got 4 points.
Finland's
Correct.
done as well, 3 points.
Yeah, but no, they're not.
Ukraine. What do you mean?
Because they got 3
Finland
points.
and Ukraine.
I'm saying that like they finished all their games.
Oh yeah.
yeah, they're dependent on like the likes of Spain and Croatia, by the looks of things at the moment. So
That's right. Yeah.
yeah, because that's where they're.
So all they need is a draw in the next game. I mean, Germany. We said it last time. They get better as the tournament goes on. Still, I know it was 4-2, but do you guys think it was?
You're not convinced though.
I think there's not really. To be honest, I think they did well. Obviously, they needed the win after the first defeat.
Portugal are better than that result.
Yeah,
100%.
that's what I mean. Like, is it going to be a shock if Portugal now rocks up against France and gets a result there? No, because I think Portugal have been playing well. I know the first game, all right, it was against Hungary, but
But they set back.
but look
they
at France.
set back.
yeah,
Yeah.
France
yeah.
couldn't break them.
Yeah.
And there you go. That group's going to get interesting. When's that one play? That one plays on
Tonight.
Thursday morning, wasn't it?
I thought
This week, no.
Yeah, so-
Today's only
so
Croatia.
tonight's, yeah,
Group
Croatia,
D.
yeah.
Only Group
That's
D
it.
this
Ooh,
week.
okay.
Tonight.
Damn,
But-
damn.
There you go. Then we had that was Group F. Quickly touching on that one. Then we'll go back to Group A, where that group is now wrapped up. We see Italy topping the table comfortably.
We've got the
Yeah.
goal difference,
To
best
be-
goal difference in the tournament, I believe.
So new stat I think I read just on the way here. which was Italy is the first team in the Euros ever to escape the group stage without conceding a goal.
Yeah. Well,
There you
I
go.
don't think they've won 30 in a row now, or haven't lost 30
yeah.
games in a row.
I think it's wins. Is it wins?
No, I don't
I
think,
think
it's
I think it's 30 unbeaten.
Without-
unbeaten.
okay.
Yeah, and I don't think they've conceded in. I think majority of them. I think
Yeah, so I think they said something because I was looking at the stats with Donnarumma, and he hasn't conceded more than one goal in a match for like the last 20 matches for Italy.
That's crazy. But that's what you expect from Italy. That sound defense.
That's like old
the-
school.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Italy of 15, 20 years ago.
2002.
You knew you just won't get a
2002,
goal
06. Yeah,
Yeah.
Italy. But yeah, they topped the group. But man, look, I'm not happy, man. I G'd up Turkey to be the next best thing, right? And
It's 'cause our viewers
your
are from
boy
Turkey.
Boz from RBTV.
On your Boz.
Boz, what's going on,
Love
mate?
you, Boz.
I G'd up this guy on every single YouTube channel that I went and did a live stream on. I said, watch out for Turkey. Nah, believe me. Nah, don't worry about Wales and all these other Switzerland's. Turkey. I go, don't be surprised if Turkey comes first.
Look, in fairness, I got to say, in speaking to Boz, he's absolutely gutted. He was telling us a few jokes that they're saying back in Turkey about 007, so 0 wins, 0 draws, 7 conceded, something like that.
That's good.
So,
I like that.
Is there a new movie coming out? Or is
but
everyone's moving away the Coke bottle. This guy's bringing in the 007 trilogy, the Turkey trilogy.
The wild turkey.
yeah, you thought Italy, Turkey.
You know they don't got wild turkey in Turkey?
Kidding
That's
me.
another fact. Yeah,
There you go.
Missing
Is
out.
it just wild or?
Good drink.
yeah. Just wild. Just
Wild homeland.
But yeah, man, Turkey is definitely a big disappointment. Was it 3-0 to Italy, 2-0 to Wales, and then 3-1 to 3-1 to Switzerland there, and especially the last game where you never know getting the 3 points. There's an opportunity to maybe make the third place playoff.
Yeah.
But Shaqiri in that game just decided to show up about time after 4 years after the last Euros, 5 actually. Since the bicycle kicking out of the sides, let me just. I think weak foot as well, right foot.
Yeah.
Right
Well, he
foot,
doesn't have a
yeah,
weak
man.
foot, that guy, bro.
Ah, there you go. He's
He
got
does everything.
Yeah, he's got the calves.
But yeah, the cars.
The calves. Just
But what
showed up.
about Wales? We were saying before how like Germany are the ones that come into the tournament the longer it goes. Wales, they've come good, and they first
Even against
second-
Italy, they didn't do too bad against Italy.
Yeah,
Um,
they gave them a fight, and they could keep improving. Who knows?
I think they knew that 4 points was taking them through, regardless of
Yeah.
the other results. But yeah, look, that group finishes off with Italy on top, Wales, Switzerland. Switzerland are through as well with the 4 points, and Turkey. Boy, no comment there. Bob's got some explaining to do. Maybe I have to bring him on the next one and go into a bit.
I
You
don't
know his
know if- I don't
analysis.
know if
You know
he
his
wants to
analysis that he
invite-
goes.
breaker.
He even
he's
gets up,
busy.
he stands up, and he does all the plays. He's got to break this one down. I don't know what happened here, but Group B boys, we had Belgium in this one. Obviously Denmark. These all finished yet. These all played
Yeah, these are all
3.
done.
Finland in 3rd, so they're waiting on results from other groups to see if they go through. And Russia in that last position, but they're also with 3 points, but goal difference is the one that killed them.
Incredibly tight group. This one.
Obviously, we had
It's
after the
that Finland
incident.
game, man.
After the
That
incident
Finland,
with
Denmark.
Oh yeah, you're
'Cause
right.
Denmark would have expected to pick up points there.
Yeah.
Although they
But
finished
they've-
second, but that's what got the group looking like that.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
But with that incident, obviously to Christian Eriksen, they went on to play Belgium in the next game, and we saw the referee stop the game, or they kicked the ball out in the 10th minute.
Yep.
The clap for Eriksen, which was a good touch. But
Reluctantly kicked out though. I don't know if you
Yeah.
were watching, bro. They didn't really want to stop the game just yet. and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Everyone's clapping, and then they start booing because they haven't kicked it out, and then
Yeah.
they got the moment, and
But
it was nice to see.
it was nice. But they got the goal in like 2 minutes. Paulson, I think, got the goal in that game. And you thought, here we go, and Denmark are gonna do it, try to get the victory. But then, when you have a secret weapon on the bench like Kevin De Bruyne,
Weapon of mass destruction on the bench.
I mean, how long did it take before he scored that goal? I mean, not long after he came on.
No, they pretty much dominated the game. They got back into possession because first half they couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
They couldn't get the ball, but as soon as he came on, you just knew something was going to happen, and they got the first one, and you just knew, shut up shop, don't worry about
Yeah.
it. And the way he put that ball away for that second goal of theirs, my God. Like, it was just... and
Proving a point.
The movement was amazing, seriously.
Yeah, and then the next game they go beat, was it Russia? No, Finland. Who did Belgium play in the last game?
I think it
would've
was
been Russia.
It was Russia.
Russia in the last one.
Let's see. Nah, hold on, yeah. Finland. Was it Finland? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They played Finland. But like even all the rest of the games, like are these, I know they're the groups, sorry, the teams in their group aren't really the best, but can Belgium go on actually to do something in this tournament finally? I mean, Lukaku's been on fire. And like looking at Lukaku, man, he looks fit. Like he's lost a lot of weight. He looks sharp. He's taking his goals well. Bit dodgy with some of his touches. Maybe he's lost.
A fair bit that I've seen that like
dodgy though.
You think he's playing for Man United again? Like
that heavy
bad
touch
touches
and
in the middle, particularly in the middle of the park. He just doesn't really hold it well there. But further up, he's undeniable. Really.
Yeah, in front of goal, he just bangs them in, and like none of this finesse. It's just circle and just drill.
No, they qualified through that group without really using De Bruyne, right?
Yeah,
like that just tells you how strong that Belgian team is, and they're number one ranked team in the world.
Yeah,
so
they have been for a long time now too.
Yeah, they're I think this is their like golden generation.
You reckon now is the perfect time for them?
This is it. This year, next year, because World Cup.
World Cup, yeah.
They've and they came close last time around. They got knocked out by France, right, in the semis.
In the
World Cup.
In 2018,
right? So this is it, man. I think they got to do something. And not to say that it'll end, but they've got a strong squad overall.
Yeah. But it's crazy how like De Bruyne doesn't play the difference it makes. Like all these great players, but De Bruyne is just that good. It's incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah, and then that last game that played off with Russia and Denmark as well, 4-1. They actually came out and
they got pumped.
Put on a demolition there in Copenhagen. So
Securing.
I mean, good. It's secure.
Goal
Yeah.
this morning. I don't know if you've seen it.
Is that goal? Is that better? Do you reckon that's better than the Czech Republic?
What was his name?
Schick, yeah.
Czech Republic?
No.
Nah. Yeah.
Was it Switzerland?
No, not Switzerland. It was I don't know now.
It
was Czech Republic because it was against Scotland.
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
it was. Yeah.
Is that better though?
I think that's still the goal.
You reckon?
Just the considering it's a Euro.
Yeah,
considering
but keep us out.
There's a photo taken from behind him, and the ball is
going out,
straight up heading for the corner post. Yep. It's a joke, bro.
But you got to think, and I think they reviewed that goal a couple of times. It's the perfection of making sure when it bounces, how much length you're going to give it. Because if it bounces 5 or 10 yards before the goal, it bounces over.
Go over, yeah.
Right? So I think in totality of him going at the ball, hitting it, like you said, putting enough curve on it, I think that's right now goal of the tournament.
Yeah.
There's been a few bombs. There's
been some good goals, yeah, for sure.
I think De Bruyne's pass, his assist alone in that game was like
you'd have to give it.
Assist of the tournament because he could have hit that and he didn't, passed it, and Hazard was there, put it in.
What a combo!
Yeah, so that wraps up that group. Belgium, yeah. Look, man, they need to. I think, like you said, Kev, this is the year. If not this year, I think it's. Do you guys reckon it's a lot easier to win the Euros or the World Cup? Because in the World Cup, you might have a bit more dud teams. Like look at the run maybe say England had.
Yeah.
Euros, like say quarterfinals. I mean, you're versing now the best. It's like you got Fred. Who are they? Do we know who they're going to get out of the draw?
Nah, because it's not complete yet. I think they got to do some calculations with the third place.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because Finland still there's not a third team qualified just yet because they're waiting for the other results. Yeah. But I would say technically the World Cup would be harder because this one you can get in with third place, but you can't in the World Cup.
Yeah, but in terms of like Belgium, you're probably going to have to verse now. Belgium will probably have to verse like I don't know. Italy.
They might even play Portugal.
That's what I mean. Right, like you're gonna have to play like one of the bigger teams now.
Or you come up against Uzbekistan, right? Sometimes in around 16.
Peru, you get like a Peru or a like a Cameroon, Australia, like you know what I mean. And then I don't know. To me, I know you have your Brazils and your Argentinas and all that, but still, I think this is you're gonna need to beat the best to actually
100%
to actually win it. I think there's no way getting out of it.
They were humbled by France at the World Cup. But they were close. They could have.
Only 1-0, wasn't it?
That's I just think class. Like it showed that the big game experience wasn't there.
Yeah.
France had lost the Euros 2 years earlier. They took that from obviously from the loss to Portugal, came into that final, and then they demolished Croatia in the final. Belgium's a good side. I hope they go all the way. I hope they at least make the final.
Well, Belgium's got something that. Against them that France doesn't. Like France has a history of winning tournaments, winning major tournaments and stuff, and these guys are trying to do it for the very first time. And like let's just say to change it for a second, like Macedonia, the first time here, like you could see that it was maybe a bit too much, and it's because the history is against them almost. So Belgium have got a lot to change, a lot to do, and like I think it might be the right time.
And I think they know this is the last chance. I know. Obviously, Lukaku, your Hazard, your De Bruyne are still going to be around, but the rest of the, like your Axel Witsels and like your Chadleys, I don't think he's played, but they're all the players are going to go. You know what I mean? I know they still got the Courtois in goals, still got a solid team, but they don't. I'm not sure if they have them players coming through yet. So they're going to know themselves that this is it, pretty much. This Euro,
it's this year or next year.
That's right.
Exactly, and it's kind of lucky that it's coming. Like the World Cup's coming the year after the Euros because this is a great warm up.
Yeah,
proper competition. They'll know where they're at for next year.
That's it. Now we'll go on to Group C, lads. And are you sure this is correct though?
It's correct.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Macedonia played 3-0. We
flip it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is a bit. I think they got them. I'm gonna mix it. Gotta
Sorry,
give them a phone
man.
call.
Sorry, bro.
Look, Holland or Netherlands? Netherlands, because we're talking about the whole
Netherlands.
The whole region.
The whole province.
The whole province.
All 12 provinces we're talking about.
Look, Holland, 3 wins out of 3 there.
Still said Holland.
I did.
Yeah, I know. We're going to talk about Netherlands, yeah? Holland coming first.
We're going to talk about the Netherlands. So the Dutch topped the group there. Austria getting in second, with Ukraine in third, and then Macedonia lonely bottom there with no point. But look, at the end of the day, proud of the boys. I mean, it was if you look at it in the way of we're probably the worst ranked team in the tournament. We're probably got the smallest population. You know, so struggling to get players. 2 million is still difficult.
Did you get a call up? You got a call up, man.
But the age, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like Goran Pandev had to take my spot, so I had to give it to him this time around. But look, we didn't even qualify through the Euro qualifications. We actually came through the back door, which was through the Nations League.
Oh yeah,
Nations League playoff. So, in regards to all that, man, I mean, for me, I know if you go back and look at our predictions, it was kind of optimistic, bit of hope as well. It was the hope that killed us at the end of the day. But look, I was telling Seba off camera, for me, the main thing is we get a goal. Like, at least give us something to celebrate about. Like, I don't want it to be 3-0 and then we score and it means kind of nothing. Yeah. Like, give us a goal that we're going to celebrate. And we did get that against Austria when Pandev brought it back to 1-0.
Yep.
And then against the Ukraine as well, where it was 2-0 and we brought the game back. We Alioski missed the pen, but he got the rebound, and we had chances. I think we had a good save from the keeper.
Well, just before the penalty, Trukowski, he hit the bar. Like,
I think keeper saved it.
Onto the post. And
they made it interesting, and now the game against the Netherlands.
And with respect too, like you look at it, I know you finished last in the group, but there was no game where maybe the Netherlands game, but the other games you weren't out of it.
The hard fought losses.
Do you know what? Like the result doesn't really show how the game went. The result was we deserved the result because just poor defending. It's schoolboy errors, but against the Netherlands this morning, it was. I mean, how Netherlands didn't cop a goal, or how did Macedonia not score? Is a bit surprising because we had a goal disallowed as well. We had one that came off the inside of the post. Like usually them hit the back of the keeper, goes in.
Yep.
We say off the post and in, but unfortunately it is what it is.
And there's some hero there, offside, whatever. Like it's just
2 goals.
Against of margins
against Ukraine. Pandev scored that nice little chip.
Yeah,
world class. It shows his class, and offside. And then the one as well, Trukowski as well with a goal that was offside, and there were you can't.
You guys were more prouder than probably the Turks are of
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
Massive effort.
It's not a failure of a campaign. I know 0 points. It looks terrible, but like you said, it doesn't represent. It doesn't represent what happened, and they should be proud. And now they got something to work off and build from, and they'll keep it going.
Similar to Hungary's celebrations after they took the draw with France. Different, obviously, results, but similar stature.
Similar to Scotland draw against England. The Scots were.
Yeah,
you thought they won the tournament, but. Look, if we're looking at this group. I think everyone kind of predicted the Netherlands to top it. But are you guys convinced?
I'm not.
Are you guys convinced? Because to be honest, not really. To me, not like going into the next round, yeah, of course, out of the group. After the round of 16, if they win that first game, depends who they get. It's going to be tricky. I think it ends there for them, to be honest.
Yeah, first knockout game.
First or second. They're not getting past the quarters, to be fair.
Yeah,
round of 16, if they win, depending who they get, then after that, I think it's curtains for me. I just don't see
I don't
much.
think they have the caliber.
Yeah, not yet. They're still young. I think they're still young. I think.
And it took a while for them to get into a rhythm yesterday.
Yeah.
Watching that game, it took them a while. I think they didn't score, like they scored half an hour.
Yeah, half an hour, yeah.
But most of the game, like Macedonia was at them.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, these guys are struggling. Maybe they're like, oh, it's in the bag, like we've got it. But they didn't look convincing. Similar to like England, they haven't looked convincing. Netherlands were the same last night.
But you never know, they could turn up. I was hoping they put some of their reserves on because they're already through, but obviously not this time around. But then, look, guys, the rest of the group, besides our this was actually your prediction, Seba, because I didn't let you touch this group. This was actually your prediction, Austria, Ukraine. It was one of them two that were going to go through. You're not happy with the Austria and Ukraine game because you lost your bet.
More than anything, there's two teams they're playing for second spot, right? Which is guaranteed progression into the last 16. I know that there's other avenues for them to get in. But for a game like that, to end 1-0, minimal chances on goal, 0 cards. Okay, I'm expecting this game to get like really ugly. And what's the Ukraine coach? Shevchenko, mate, I don't know what he was thinking, mate. I would have revved him up at halftime. I said, go in there, start chopping legs. You know, you have to. You gotta force yourself into the game.
How much cards did you need? Just one card?
Just 2 cards.
2 cards. Couldn't do that, can ya? That's why you're out. Yeah, Ukraine, sayonara. I don't know how you say goodbye in Ukrainian, but sayonara, we're going to go with that one. But yeah, look, guys, we'll go on to the next group now, Group D. All right, so in this group now, Czech Republic tops the group. Now they've all played 2 games. So the games for this group will be finishing off tomorrow morning. So by the time this podcast comes out, these matches already will be played. But at the moment, as it stands, Czech Republic on 4 points, England on 4 points, Croatia on 1, and Scotland on 1 point.
It's shaped up quite different to what we expected.
Yeah,
Czech Republic leading the group is insane, man. Like, it could still change. They could still get knocked out. Like the results tonight will be very important because Scotland have a lot to play for. Croatia have a lot to play for.
This is where you put your yellow cards down in this group.
Yeah, straight up.
I don't know if they can get knocked out. It'll come down to Croatia and Scotland, right?
What if they get pumped?
Yeah.
The Czech, no. I reckon if Croatia, it's whoever wins here goes through. I think the winner out of Croatia, England and Czech is already through.
You reckon?
Yeah,
not necessarily, no.
Yes, they are.
No, they can both get pumped.
No, they're through.
Are they versing? No,
they're
through. They're versing each other. Yeah,
they're through. Both of them are through.
They can't be through.
It is. Yeah, they are.
What if England lose 1-0? They get a goal difference of 0.
But they're through by 3rd.
Win by 2.
But they'll.
But
they're right.
So 4 points. Sorry.
Yeah. So they're all through. Czech Republic is through. England are through. It just depends what order. That's what we're going with. But look, the last game we had the England and Scotland. I mean, all the hype didn't really live up to the expectation. Kev, you just reminded me about turning off the lights. But what? No, it's a committee thing, mate.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing.
At the fields.
Yeah. But
I'm getting phone calls. Turn on the lights.
See, I'm turning them off.
Oh, there you go.
But where were we before the technical difficulties?
Yeah, so Thursday we got a game against.
Thursday, if you want to come down,
against
But look, England, Scotland, G'd up to be the rivalry. I think this is the first football international game ever to be played. England, Scotland. Facts. England and Scotland. England and Scotland.
Between them?
Yeah, that was the first ever international.
Oh,
like in
back in the day, the first that ever happened. Not this game that just passed though. The fixture was the first.
Oh yeah, that fixture. Yeah.
This guy said like that was the first game.
No, of course not.
I knew what you were saying, but no way that's the first time they've ever faced each other.
Yeah, well, England, the Poms created the.
No, they've faced each other before. What he's saying is the first ever international played was between England and Scotland.
Didn't I say that fun fact? Disclaimer, fun fact. First ever game.
Yeah, you were saying as if this was the first.
It wasn't even the first of the night, I don't think. Anyways. Yeah,
But,
look,
just
maybe
woke up from a coma. Jeez. But yeah. So and then Nil
Nil-all.
a bit disappointing for England, especially
the selections that let them down, possibly. What do you think?
again. You reckon after the
Yeah,
first
well,
one,
Yeah, look,
no
it's-
Sancho, no Grealish.
Like Sancho hasn't featured at all.
No.
Grealish coming off the bench in the first one. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they were going out there confident. You know?
I don't know. Southgate could be doing trying to play for third place finish or second because then you avoid Group F.
That's just silly.
Stupidest thing you can do.
It's silly.
No, it is, bro.
But
It's
didn't
so
they do that
dumb.
in the World Cup? They put their reserves on against Belgium, lost 1-0, came second, and they had the easier side. If Belgium had England side in the World Cup, they make the final.
Yeah, but right now, well, okay. So,
Looking
at-
with 2 games to go.
yeah.
With 2 games to go, you're going to do that?
Yeah, on the last game,
Bro,
yeah,
it's
that
Southgate.
makes
It's
sense.
Southgate.
if they lost to Scotland, they wouldn't be
Imagine.
secure.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Imagine.
Yeah,
So, you know, you're
Nah,
playing with fire, dude.
yeah, I know.
I never go out there to draw or
Yeah.
lose.
I'm not saying that's the
but-
case, but, you know, the conspiracy theorists out
Conspiracy,
there.
yeah.
That's on
Never know.
another
I don't know,
podcast.
man, like
the
you-
conspiracy capital coming soon.
Still,
But
still
look,
coming
yeah,
soon.
England. To be honest, look against Croatia. I think it was a nice, solid performance. Get the first one out of the way. But then against Scotland, you're 3 points. Go out there, go pick up another 3, and just cruise it in the final game against the Czech Republic. Which
You'll see they'll win the Czech Republic game. He's going to
England
use
will
the
win?
Rashfords. He's going to use the Sanchos, the Grealishes, the Calvert-Lewins. He's going to use them and watch them get a win.
I reckon he'll still play Harry Kane. I reckon he'll still start Harry Kane.
You think so?
Yeah, I reckon.
You know, he might need
been
to because he's not confident at the moment. Like, it's just not working for him. So it just takes one game. He'd rather do it in a safe game than...
Yeah, but he keeps coming too deep. Like it's like
yeah.
that. I don't know if it's Southgate telling him to do that or he's just caught up in the whole Mourinho, the thing with Mourinho. You know, like it's still in his head where he doesn't get the ball, so he's
Teams
coming in.
aren't going to allow England to counter-attack. They're just not. Right? So it's not going to work if that's what his game plan is because that's what they do at Tottenham, right? They counter-attack with Son, Kane, you know, they can do that. That's not going to happen for England. And he was coming really, really, really deep.
Yeah.
There was at one point there was no striker. So those centre backs
Foden.
doing whatever they want. They're just chillaxing, relax.
Well, maybe, you know, he sees that the midfield isn't working and he needs to go do something himself.
Yeah, but
that takes himself out of the game.
I get it,
It's a
but then
shame.
there's options on the bench. Like if Harry Kane, maybe Harry Kane should be the manager. If there's no, if
yeah,
you
but
notice,
coming out of your position, it just puts pressure on the midfielders. There's no option. There's no option to go forward. There's no
Yeah.
option to hit the point man. That's why Belgium do it so well with Lukaku. He'll just hold.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Harry Kane's
but
the
they're
same,
two
but
wide players tuck in as well.
Yeah.
So you got the two. If Harry Kane dropped in, and then you had your
Sterling's and-
your Sterling or your Foden's coming in. Well, to be fair, that goal that England did score against Croatia was very
that.
similar.
It was that, yeah.
Kane, I think, kind of dropped. No, he wasn't though.
Yeah,
Kane dropped in and then
Sterling
pulled
went-
away, and then
Sterling came on the inside and then
made the
who
run?
had the ball?
what's his name from
Phillips.
Phillips,
Cal-
yeah,
yeah.
Calvin, Phillips, and then he's made the run, and that's when you're right. Sterling came
comes
across, but they don't do that enough.
But that was one goal. They've scored
Yeah.
one goal. in
That's
two
all
games.
they've
Yeah, I
got.
know, but that's what I mean. But they're not doing enough of that. If Harry Kane is dropping in, that whoever's on the wings is not taking up that
Yeah,
position.
yeah.
Or it's not moving
They're
the
doing half the
defenders.
play.
Which is Harry Kane was smart. He dropped in, then I think he peeled away, taking the defenders with him. They let Sterling come in and get that goal. And you didn't really see it. But to be fair, you got to give credit to Scotland because they put through bodies on the line.
Yeah.
I mean, with
There's
the
no
passion.
shot with McTominay on the ground, and there's like 4 or 5
Yeah,
England
Declan
players
Rice, I
around.
think, was trying to get the ball there. And it's like they threw everything at this Scotland. And you seen, like, I was laughing with bits and bobs, about he's celebrating. Hasn't even scored a goal. Like, at least Macedonia have scored a goal. You might say they've got a point. But we're both going home together. So
Yeah, not yet, bro. Not yet.
points shared, bro, shared. But yeah, look, it was a big result for them, and this actually now takes them into a
Contention.
position where they beat Croatia and they go through. Croatia goes home, and
They can beat Croatia. Croatia have not.
they've
hit
been
their-
disappointing in my opinion. I'm a
Yeah.
bit surprised with Croatia. I know they've lost their legs. I know they lost players. They're getting of age. The World Cup was 4 or 5 years ago. But I'm not even seeing much in this
Look,
tournament.
Croatia and Scotland should get a point each just because of their kits. I'm telling you. They're two of the hottest kits at the tournament.
Wait, Croatia?
I like the black one.
Nah. Send that one home. Scotland's got a good kit, but Croatia, get creative.
The one behind you, Kev, that's a nice one.
The French one.
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Not bad. Similar to the Scottish one, man.
No, but Croatia have been a letdown. Right.
For sure.
Especially coming off what they did in the World Cup 3 years ago now. You would have thought that they would have progressed. Or not so much made the final again, but you think they would have been a powerhouse.
Like this group should have been pretty comfortable.
It should have been England, Croatia, and then five.
But again, they did lose Mandzukic and Rakitic among a couple others, and that's hard to fulfill when you got Ante Rebic, who's young and he's just pretty much started his international career. He's going to take some time to get used to. Obviously, a lot of the onus is on Luka Modric to pull the strings. Every team, Perisic as well, but he's more on the side.
On the wings,
how much pressure is Modric going to be under every single game? You know,
Yeah.
it's hard.
It's a Ballon d'Or winner, bro. You better step it up or you're going home. That's simple as that.
That was a sympathy award, bro.
Yeah, bro. You know what? It was either him or Van Dijk. So, bro.
Yeah, better.
But look, you're right, man. That you lose a goal scorer like Mandzukic with Who did you just say was it?
Rakitic.
Rakitic.
How good is he?
But who else? Who else have they got up front? What was his name from?
Rebic is there now.
No, the other one. Kramaric. Is it Kramaric from Frankfurt?
Yeah.
20 goals. I think.
Yeah, but he's not.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. Like the expectation, maybe at the start of the tournament, was like, yeah. To be honest, like they're not gonna. If they make it out of this group, which I think they will, I think they could make it out. If they,
But Scotland or Croatia?
They might have just overachieved. In 2018, they might have just overachieved. Your countries will do that every now and then. Maybe that was theirs, and then this is where they belong. Who knows?
It's going to be a tricky one for them, but what are you guys' thoughts, your last predictions for this group? How's it finishing?
England will win. They'll beat the Czech.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say Scotland.
Yeah?
Scotland go through. It'll be good to see.
I'm going to say Croatia. I reckon Croatia will beat them.
It'll be good to see Scotland, and you have Scotland, England, Wales, all in around the 16.
I'm just going for the underdog. I want more soft spot for McTominay. I think
the quicker the United players go home, the better.
Yeah, hard,
all right, so go Croatia.
So can England get knocked out somehow? Dean Henderson went home before the tournament started, pulled up on a hip injury, and figured that one out. But Seba, what are you going with?
Yeah, I got England first, Czech second, and then, or maybe even Croatia second and Czech third. Oh, actually, that's what it's going to be. England, Croatia, Czech.
England, Croatia. Well, then what? So they will need to win like 3-0. England 2-0.
Well, if they win 2-0 and England win 2-0, then Croatia's second.
I reckon it could even stay like this, the way it is. Both teams draw.
You reckon draw?
Could they all could draw.
That England game will be a very safe game. Like they're not going to go hard.
But I reckon Kev's right too, though. But if Southgate decides to, you know what, Sancho, Rashford, Calvert-Lewin, and just changes the midfield,
Grealish.
starts Grealish. I don't know who comes in as a DM there. I don't know who else they have, but you got your Mason Mounts. You got who else? You got the.
I think Mount and Chilwell are both they're out of the game. They got to isolate because of COVID. Yeah.
So there's what's his name? Is it Tierney?
Really?
No, he doesn't have to. The Scottish player didn't have to.
Gilmore.
Yeah.
Doesn't he have COVID? Did he get COVID?
I heard he had to isolate. So I think
maybe
he
it's just
might
isolate
10 days. So he might miss this
game.
But
that's a big loss, man.
And he was man of the match in the last game for
exactly.
for him. But if they do what you say, Southgate does what they could run riot here.
The players themselves
to play themselves into the tournament like for contention into the next couple of games.
Southgate could have done that for 2 games now, and he hasn't. So
but now it's a dead. Like for them, it's a dead rubber. They're going to go through. Put the guys who haven't got the game time, put them out there, and they're going to be like, I want to play the next game. I want to play the round of 16. So I got to prove myself. Especially like Jude Bellingham. You know,
but he's got more minutes than some of the best players in the world. It's crazy.
Yeah. He's got more minutes than Van der Beek United.
Yeah, straight.
But you're right. Yeah, Jude Bellingham was good when he came on against Croatia in the last few minutes. But if he mixes matches, you never know. But I don't know.
He'd be dumb not to. If he likes that starting lineup that he's had so far, he needs to rest them because his games come so quick. And after the season that they've all had,
they look
finished. You need some
the old
rotation.
Euros never had a round of 16.
Yeah,
you do.
So it's another game.
Yeah. So
there you go.
Well, there you go. That's I think we all 3 of us had good different opinions how that one's going to end. But then we have this is the last one. Yeah, last group for the podcast. Group E, yeah, we got Sweden. Sweden in first place at the moment on 4 points. Slovakia behind on 3, and then your boys.
I don't know if I said it on the podcast or just to you off camera, but they're not going to make. I said they weren't going to make it out of the group stages.
You said they. I think you said they weren't going to score a goal.
I said they might not score a goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't score a goal. They've only scored Spain.
They only scored one.
And they've only scored one. They're so shit, bro.
Oh, but come on, Morata. How do you miss that?
Because he's Morata, bro. Are you surprised?
No, but like still, man. Like I think I could have put that one away. You know what I mean?
Shit,
like,
I believe you, bro.
It was like very disappointing. Like if you're Spanish, and you're following the team during the Euros, you're like, what the hell? How do you do that?
Well, when like we said, man, when you want to pick 24 players out of the 26, and then you leave no Madrid players in your squad. I mean, why
I mean,
not?
That was the first time, right? First time.
You reckon if Ramos announced he wasn't going to leave Real Madrid earlier before the tournament, he'd be there?
Maybe he did, and then he just got screwed over.
Yeah, he's like, nah, he's still not going.
Still not going. But that's the problem. I mean, I mean, you're picking I think he's picking players that hardly played all season, for the not just for Spain but for their clubs.
Who's the keeper? Who the hell's the keeper? The Athletic Bilbao keeper, yeah.
Yeah. What was his name? Can we get the squad up?
Yeah, look, just while you're looking, I think both Spain and Poland are in the same boat. Poland like normally run through the qualifications, slap everybody, and then they get to the tournaments and they
nowhere to be seen.
And they stop. I don't know what's going on, but like I expected a bit more from them. I know they don't have the complete squad.
Yeah, but
you've got one of the best goal scorers in the world. You get that ball to him, no matter how you get it to him. You saw the goal against Spain.
Yeah,
right.
So he's got one clean sheet, 98 passing accuracy. That's why he's starting.
Yeah, tiki taka first.
Simon.
That's Simon. That's Simon to you.
Simon.
Unai. Unai must be like a common name in Spain then. That's crazy. I'd never heard of it till Emery. Now there's this one.
Unai Simon. But yeah, man, like I don't know about this team. I mean, they were relying everything on Jordi Alba to do everything when it's just not going to happen.
Look at that team, bro. How far
they bought Laporte before the tournament started off France. Quick little transfer there.
World record international transfer.
World record.
Him and Brereton.
Yeah, for Chile. It's not even Chilean. But then I don't know. Laporte
at the back.
Okay, yeah.
Laporte, they swap nations. And then you got this guy, that Elmo. Remember Elmo?
He's back.
Who's this guy? Like, what happened?
Leipzig.
Yeah, so I don't know about this squad.
It's baffling.
I don't know about this Spanish squad in this tournament, man. And like, are they going to get out, lads? That is the question, because they're sitting on only 2 points, 2 draws.
They played Slovakia now, but
yeah, but they only need a point, so they couldn't even defend for their lives.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, but that's asking for trouble. I know it's Morata, but eventually it'll come.
Yeah,
I get it. But anyone can make it through.
That's a tough one. Yeah, and
4,
right
3,
now,
2, 1.
only Sweden's qualified.
Only Sweden's qualified. Poland, if they win, I mean, Lewandowski scored in the last game. He finally showed up at a major tournament. But you never know.
Still not enough.
Yeah.
Still
what, for Poland?
Well, you'd take a draw.
They'll get 4 points.
Sorry,
you'd take a draw against
Spain.
Spain.
Tournament, you take it, but the result against Slovakia.
Are you talking about Spain?
Poland.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, like
that let them down big time.
How do you do that? 2-1, right? It was 2-1 from memory. Yeah, 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1.
2-1.
First game.
You know, and I'm pretty sure Slovakia was leading 2-0 at some stage in that game. But it was just poor. Like you would have, like we're saying, it's Poland, but Poland's got to come up against Sweden. And look at Sweden's defense.
But you know what? Like I think, to be honest, Poland is exactly where I maybe predicted them to be. And I know Skilsy.
Mate,
the
league is on.
Yeah, he's supporting the boys. But I think Skilsy said back in the World Cup that that team there was like they were on their last legs for the World Cup.
And from memory, they didn't make a group stage, right?
Yeah. And like you had players like Blaszczykowski. I think he's even still playing. Like these are some of the players that are almost ready to go, and like they're on thin ice, really playing in these tournaments. That I'm not sure if they have any upcoming players. We don't really hear of them as much.
Nah, it's hard to spot them.
So,
but Slovakia.
Yeah.
But Slovakia still got handshake.
I get it.
Still got the same hairstyle.
Same hairstyle. Hasn't aged a minute.
It hasn't aged. You know, he's still out there doing business. I don't know.
You look at some of the other teams that are not the big names, and you see them play their matches, and you can see the fight in them. You can see the fight in them. Poland should be that game. You're picking up 3 points that game. You should be at least in a round of 16. This is the one that let them down. They're going to go up against Sweden. I don't think they're going to get any points. If they do, they take one.
Are you talking about Poland?
Yeah.
But you know they can beat Sweden, bro.
But we say the same thing about Slovakia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This group's really open right now because Spain didn't pick up the points.
Anyone can win it, yeah.
Anyone can win it, but you know, I've got a soft spot for Poland, but you know, I don't see them knocking off Sweden.
It's gonna be an interesting one.
Like
because this is the thing, like because they're already through, and like obviously the managers and the team and everyone's gonna be looking at, all right, if we come first, this is who we're playing, and if we come second, this is who we're. Now that all comes into play.
Yeah.
It's like, do we want the easy side of the draw? Is there an easy side of the draw, or at least in the group of 16 or the round of 16 where you could get someone a bit dodgy, you know?
Yeah.
Like if you're Sweden, if you're getting like Wales in the next round, you would probably want to win against Slovakia or try to stay top.
You won't know that, Borch, because of how the best third place finishes are going to finish.
Yeah, but
because you might finish in that group instead of finishing second.
Yeah, there's still a lot. Nothing's confirmed.
Third place doesn't always play third, does it?
No, but that's what I'm saying. They might end up playing a first place team, so they could drop to third depending on other results.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So, but
Nah,
look, if I'm going into this game and I'm Poland, Lewandowski goes there next to
just every ball to him.
Hit to him in the air against the ice.
Lindelof.
He can't header a ball
Can't
from 5.
Yeah, bro.
So go put everything
Watch
in
him
the
put
air.
Easy money.
Performance.
Lewandowski to score a header.
No. Bro, what are the chances Lindelof pops up and bangs one in?
Imagine he scores one. I'll kill him, bro.
Because he scored a
I'm
header.
so sick of him, bro.
Because everyone knows, like, that's one of his weakest points, right?
Yeah,
In his
defending
defense
is one of his weakest points.
Well, no, as in defending headers, but yes, I agree. And then you just put a monster like Louis on there, and you never know what happens.
Louis and Simon. But, yeah, look, it's going to be interesting to see where these games finish off. And like we already touched on, Group F, that's all to play for there as well.
Well, France is through.
Even Hungary can make it, so Hungary's ready to go as well.
They got another home game?
I think they're playing at home. I think they got 3 home games.
Nah.
I'm Munich.
Oh, it's in Germany. That's dog.
Germany.
Wow.
There you go. Opposite end of the spectrum for that. That's crazy.
The travelling time, yeah. Get the travelling time.
Imagine they win. Imagine they beat Germany in Germany.
They could have played it in Budapest.
The other team
The other game's happening.
Oh,
there.
Portugal took it.
But they can't play at the same stadium together. Field
not?
one,
Back to
field
back.
one,
Field one, yeah.
field one, and field 2.
Back to
Sunday league, field 1.
Field one's
It's like,
flooded.
oh no, you
Field
rock out
one's
like on the
flooded,
weekend.
mate.
They changed our field. Go to field 2. We have to walk across the bridge.
Play across the cricket pitch.
But there you go, guys. That wraps up another review of Euro 2020. Again, we're gonna have more maybe by the end of the week. Another episode on the weekend. About who finished the groups on top, and then I'm not sure when does the round of 16 kick off? Is it almost straight away? Is there a break in between?
It'll be right there.
There we go. So under
Sunday.
20 this Sunday. There you go.
Saturday
Morning, Saturday night. So there you go. Straight away, get right into it. There's no break.
Oh,
is
there's
there?
a couple games already lined up, is there? Yeah.
There you
look.
go. There you
Ooh.
go.
Wales, Denmark, first game.
Wait, see,
Oh.
That's why Wales wins that game.
you reckon?
Wales wins that game.
See, there you go. You got them all here ready to go. Like Holland will play the third in group.
Yeah,
Oh,
look
what
at that.
the
See,
hell?
there's so,
There you go.
there's so much in the air,
Well,
bro.
there
Look,
you
we know
go.
Netherlands are playing Belgium, all right?
Hey, easy. That's gonna change like 4 times during that game.
But we just know that they won't play each other.
Yeah.
So Netherlands and Belgium are not playing each other. We know that much.
That's
already.
all we know.
And they're not playing
If you go down,
Denmark.
maybe there's another one. Keep going.
That's
no.
it.
No, but they're not playing. They're not playing Italy. They're not playing Wales.
So Italy,
Denmark.
Austria is confirmed. Wales, Denmark is confirmed. Netherlands or the Holland or the Dutch are playing third in group.
Look at Belgium, third in Group A, D, E, or F. How the hell do you work that one out?
Yeah.
A, D, E, or F.
That's correct.
If
Who's-
we
who's-
Why?
we should have had the
And then,
predictor thing up. We should have had the predictor thing up. Like it will tell you.
And read, yeah.
But anyways,
That's all right.
we'll leave it there. But
We'll
there you
let
go,
it
guys.
unfold.
That goes, like we said, another episode done. We'll keep you updated. I mean, you guys already know the results, but we'll keep you updated on our opinion. I mean, Boz has got some explaining to do. Maybe we can get him on the next one. What do you reckon, Kev?
We'll send him an invite.
Yeah, I don't know. See if he's going to rock up. But yeah, look, there goes Turkey out. Macedonia out. Goran Pandev retired. So give him a round of applause. 20 years on top of the game, mate. Got a goal. Got a goal at the
extra hair
Euros.
as well.
Yeah.
Filled up
Yeah.
that bold patch.
He must have went to Turkey and got something done there. Yeah, that's where Turkey are best at. You know, go there, get a hair transplant.
You got
But guys, let us know all your thoughts and give us your predictions for the groups that are left the fight for, and then if you can figure out who plays who by the end of the night,
Let us know.
let us know as well. But boys, thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.
Appreciate it.
Guys, like, share, subscribe, all that bullshit, yeah.